2 years after winning his first world title, Chris Eubank returned to the scene of his memorable victory over Nigel Benn, the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. But this was to be his first fight since the Michael Watson tragedy. His opponent, the tough and dangerous South African Thulani Sugarboy Malinga, a man with considerable championship experience.
The weigh-in, Malinga was 11.13. That's 167 pounds. Eubank bang on the super middle limit of 12 stone. That's 168 pounds. Steve Smoger doing the honours. And I guess we will not know whether the tragedy of the Michael Watson fight has been exercised until Eubank gets in there and starts throwing punches. This is 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Super Middleweight Championship of the world.
For the first round.
Malinga is a good solid super middleweight. In fact, he's fought at light heavyweight. He takes a good bang on the chin. Fought already twice for the world title and hasn't been stopped.
Yes, that's right. He's been in with Lyndall Holmes and Graziano Roccigiani, both for the IBF version of the title. And as Barry said, not only did they fail to stop him, but Malinga has never been stopped. He's lost 6 of his 39 fights, but has never been stopped. Well, this sort of pace will suit him.
Yeah, Chris fights better when he's able to dictate the fight and fight at his own pace. That's why he was behind against Watson in the last fight. Watson just poured all over him for 11 rounds. He likes to fight at his own pace, and it's a nice feeling, easy open round for him.
An uneventful opening session. Chris Eubank. And I've heard it whispered at ringside that already more title defences are being lined up for him. Manchester in late April, and then even, would you believe, Quinto do Lago in Portugal in June of this year.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 2.
Round 2 then, Eubank in the yellow, Malinga in the white. Steve Smoger from New Jersey, the referee.
Chris is guilty of going back in the straight line. We talked about in the previous preliminary fights about one of the fighters that went straight back in a line, and Chris has been guilty of that, especially with his hands down. That's dangerous. Get those hands up when he's going back.
So far, Eubank doing very little in this contest. Malinga's corner waving their man forward. And we know from experience, Eubank can take you out with a shot. That was a push, no knockdown.
Yeah, they stumbled over one another, and Malinga fell to the floor.
That's nice.
Nice sporting touch.
That's nice. This for the challenger.
Yeah, Eubank is finding Malinga awkward. He's been out jabbed a few times, and his head's been jarred back on a number of occasions with right hand and left hand. So You can't afford to take too many of those.
Well, I think I'd have to give that round to the challenger. Thulani Sugarboy Malinga, 32 years of age, rated #1 in South Africa.
Seconds out, round 9.
He's certainly proven a handful, and he's a determined guy. He's coming forward, he's throwing punches, despite the fact that he's been hurt. He's pushed back, and yet he comes forward again, springs forward, throwing lots of punches, whereas Chris is only throwing singular quality punches. He's got to throw more than one. Got to throw 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and put them together.
Well, I've got to say, this isn't the Eubank we saw against Ben and Watson and Stretch.
Yeah, he looks a fatigued and tired fighter.
It's more really the Eubank we saw against Dan Sherry.
Yeah, well, you know, we've got to give Sugarboy Malinga credit. He's a very awkward and difficult opponent.
And Eubank, these big swings, see him coming a mile off.
Yeah.
And the South African just sticking to the basics and sticking to them well.
Chris has got to try and snap back into this fight. Use his boxing ability more. That's more like it, using that jab. A few more, and toss that right hand over. Just flick the jab and bang that right hand in. Blind Malinga with the left jab and then bang the right hand in. Come back with the left hook. He's trying that big sweeping right hand around the side. And when he misses, it looks silly and he exposes himself.
Little smile from Malinga. And the crude punches from Eubank. Tape on the left glove of Eubank coming undone again. And Steve Smoger, I think, has spotted it. And is having a little word with the Eubank corner, saying, listen guys, do it right. Referee this contest well, Steve Smoger.
Lots of power on those big right hands. The problem is, Dave, when you miss with those, it takes a great deal of energy out of you.
Eubank just seems incapable of putting together a sustained attack at the moment. Just throwing 1s and 2s and...
The problem is fatigue makes us predictable. We show the punches. When we're fatigued and tired, we're inclined to grunt and show the punches before we throw them. Just give a little sign, and that's enough for the opponent to get his hands up and get his head out of the way.
And I've got to say, apart from the knockdown, Malinga has never really been in trouble. And now Malinga's tape on the right-hand glove is coming undone. This is getting silly.
He's really becoming careless with leaving those hands down.
Eubank just gets the jab working.
It's a better round from Eubank. I would give him that round.
Yes, I agree with that, Barry. But he's making heavy weather. Malinga is a good fighter. Let's not take anything away from him. But with the best will in the world, the man is not true world class. And
you would have think he would have been the safe option there for him to pick. There's a voluntary defence. He would have picked an easier opponent. But this guy is not easy. I did say that at the start. He's a tough guy. He's fast. He's awkward. He's not a real devastating hitter, but he can throw plenty of long, awkward punches.